Jordan, you are now live on Facebook. Welcome to Plan of Action Show, Mpumelelo. This is a show where you get to tell us your plan of action based on being a well-renowned, not only just a value edian, but also an ambassador of value ed with my co-host, Lerato here. So welcome, my man.
I'm happy to be here. Looking forward to sharing what I can.
Yep.
And hope to learn something more from you guys, but we shall see how that goes.
It's about you this time. It's about you. By the way, how long have you been with us? It's over a year now. Is it a year?
A year and a half-ish, around there.
Oh.
I think I joined like beginning of COVID when it wasn't as serious yet. Like March, April-ish, around there. So it's a year and a half somewhat.
Jeez. And tell me, how has value ed been to you?
It's been very helpful, honestly. The connections I've made and the lessons I've learned along the way. So I think lockdown is actually helpful for me because I came across you guys. So in a weird sort of circumstances, we came to know each other and it's been fruitful ever since.
All things happen for a reason. All things happen for a reason.
Definitely.
And what courses are you on? Or what courses did you join at the beginning? No, hang on. Let me rephrase that because I know you're on everything right now.
I was about to say, you have time.
What did you start with? Can you remember what you started with?
I think it was the Valuepreneur at first.
Okay.
With the Value Ed Self-Mastery. Those are the first two came with Gilman on. And then as the others came on, then I just popped in every once in a while for the others.
And you popped into everywhere, yeah. So I'm sure I know Lerato's got a couple of questions for you.
I hope he doesn't give me too many that are hectic. Yo, don't kill me.
I'll never grill you. I'm the nicest here. Seriously, I don't grill people.
Oh, okay. We'll have to measure that one.
So after you've joined Value Ed, what was your action plan from starting with Value Ed then and until now that you've grown in Value Ed? What was your action plan then and how has it grown to now?
Honestly, the first few courses that I joined, it was more to improve myself and towards starting a business because I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but kind of getting myself into the state to be one was the challenge because you kind of have to transform yourself into an entrepreneur. You have to learn certain skills. You have to kind of become an entrepreneur first before you actually start the business. So I figured that course would actually teach me the things I need to learn and then help me change my mindset so that when I do start it, I'm prepared.
So from there and until now, and the wonderful news is that you have joined the incubation business with Value Ed. Nice thing. So it worked out for you pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Because by force or by fire, I was going to be in one of them.
Yeah, man.
So all things work out indeed.
Very, very much. So you shared something. You shared something with me, which was a statement you relate to, and it was a Romance verse, right?
Yes.
So how does that really resonate with you as Mpumelelo?
The thing that I always got from that verse was, as much as there are tough times, they always do strengthen you. So for instance, someone doing a push-up, when you do your first one, it really hurts and it sucks. But at a point, you go from doing 1 to doing 5 to doing 10 to doing 50 to doing 100. So with each challenge that you face, it might suck in the moment or it might hurt. But after a while, you become immune to it and you become stronger to it so that you end up taking more challenges as you come. So whenever things are tough, I just remember that even though it's tough now, at the end of it, I'll be stronger because of it.
I've got a question, Bolelo. I mean, there are a lot of young people I'm sure you're familiar with and just generally in South Africa. What do you think sets you apart as somebody who really is trying to improve themselves? I mean, what is it that you would say to young people in general about one, why is it important to improve yourself? But two, what is it that they should start developing within themselves so that they become as authentic or as deliberate as you are, intentional as you are to improve yourself?
That's actually a tough question. There was an image that I came across where, I don't remember the quote exactly, but I'll try and paraphrase it, where you are in a block of clay and you are the person that will form the artwork that comes out of it. So you will chip away the parts of yourself that used to be useful but no longer help you anymore. So for instance, old mindsets, old ideals, old feelings you had about yourself, where if you learn how to chip them away, you actually find the artwork that is in the clay that is within yourself. So if you take the time to actually break down yourself and rebuild, you never know the beautiful creation that you can make out of it. So it's that state of always saying, I could be better, not compared to other people, but compared to yourself. Because I feel everyone has that small thing that inside that says you could do better, not because of your friend or whatever, but there's that innate desire inside where you can do more. So if you just take small steps to actually walk towards that voice and support it, you never know what beautiful things you might do along the way.
Yeesh. That in itself is a course. Rato, we need to have Mpumelelo do a course. That's
motivational course.
That's really powerful because, you know, I think that's what it's all about. I think it doesn't matter whether it's your age or my age. We're all chipping away at the next layer of getting to more of who we are. It's kind of like when I watch all the Avengers series and things, it's kind of like getting closer to the sun, right? Or getting closer to a powerful source that you need to strip off something, right? And then it gives you something, an ability to move forward and strip off. And as long as you're listening to that voice that's saying, you know, go here, do that, etc., then you're moving towards the better version and the best part of who you are. And it's a lifelong process, right?
Definitely. You never reach your complete state until you passed on. So it's more a thing of how complete are you when you reach that state, when you reach that point, so that you can teach others those lessons you've learned along the way as well.
Sure. Yo, so tell us about some of the things you're putting into place. You're a man who's technologically inclined, just like me. You and I share the same brain. And everybody laughs. Tell us about some of the stuff that you're putting into place in terms of some of your action plans around your business and things that you're thinking of doing.
Your entrepreneurial journey.
So I'm actually quite in the baby phase of a few things. So I've always been interested in technology. Funny enough, before I went to varsity, I almost decided to do business and accounting, but my mom actually decided against that. And she said, I think you should just do IT. And I'm grateful that she actually gave me that talk because I'm very happy of the decision I made. But currently I'm involved in quite a few apps, just creating them for people, namely the Value Aid app, which is to be confirmed when it'll be coming out. And yeah, that's the main app for now, but there's others which hopefully they will begin to come together. And yeah.
So no, I see a very successful future for you in technology, but I also see a very successful future for you in giving back, because the wisdom that you are acquiring, and I think you've transcended understanding. You are now a young man who's bordering on, you know, regurgitating wisdom, and you've got to go through the phase of data acquisition, then knowledge, which is aligning all that data, then reading that data, which is understanding, and then wisdom, which is a transcendence of understanding. So good one. Rato, anything from you?
Yeah, this one is the final one. So Mpumelelo, from starting with value add, growing with it, and until now, I'm still always going to go back. When you heard about value add, And then you were what age?
Now or then?
Then.
I was around 22. Yeah,
Yeah.
22.
So being that 22-year-old hearing about value add, what went into your mind that you're going to be part of value add? And what would you tell that person that's 22 now? This value add is going to give you this. This is what will inspire your better choices for a better tomorrow.
So the way I actually came to know value add was kind of a weird coincidence. But before I came across value add, me and a friend of mine were working on an app, and he kind of suggested us talking to Uncle Vic to kind of give us his opinion on what to do in the situation that we are facing currently. And we kind of spoke about it, and he did give us some tips at the time. And he kind of in passing told us that, oh, I'm starting this platform called Value Aid with a lot of courses. And then he said Valuepreneur and Self-Mastery. So I was like, oh, okay, there's a free session, just come and join. And if you're interested, then start from there. So what I would tell a person who's considering joining, or that person then, was go for it. You might not understand it, but what's there to lose, really? You can just join it for a month, and then if you don't want to join, you can leave after that. But the people that you will meet, the lessons you'll learn, and the opportunities that you'll come across are much greater than the cost. So it's an investment in yourself, which you might not see now or tomorrow or next week, but it's an investment you'll see over time. So I'm willing to make that investment, and I hope everyone else considering joining makes that same investment too.
Thank you, my man. That was phenomenal. And you had the fortunate opportunity to meet your patron, David Ritchie, who went from being a boss of mine to a very, very, very good friend of mine. Based in the UK and lives in the UK. He actually came to South Africa for 3 years. That's how I ended up at Motorola. He hired me there. So, and loved it here, but because he was an expat, he had to go back, but still continues to love this place. So I'm so happy that you have been able to connect with him, because he's, again, one of my really good friends, and somebody who will always look out for you in more ways than one. Lerato, thank you very much. What another awesome plan of action with another awesome value edian, who's not just a value edian, but an ambassador to value aid. Thank you very much, Mpumelelo. And thank you for joining us, and have an awesome weekend.
Definitely. Hope you guys enjoy it too.
Thank you for everybody on Facebook. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers, Mpumelelo. Ciao, ciao. Bye, everybody.